Hello and thank you for watching this week's vlog. Well, this week we leave Pennington Flash and we head on the Bridgewater Canal towards Boothstown in Manchester. After a couple of days in Boothstown we head towards the marina, and then from the marina we head through Worsley and over the Barton Aqueduct towards Manchester city centre. We hope you enjoy this week's vlog. Well, we're off. We've been in Pennington Flash for 2 nights. We were planning on spending just 1 night, but it's been very windy the past 2 days, hasn't it?
It's eased down a little bit, probably
quite a lot,
just
really.
About safe enough to travel, really.
Yeah, all the covers are down.
It'll need an extra bit of revs on the engine, just to make sure that we're keeping a straight line. We've had some instructions from Kev this morning.
Have we?
Yeah.
Thanks, Kev. I've checked the weed hatch, the covers are down. We're going to try and fill up with fuel before we get to Worsley. Dexter's been for a quick walk around Pennington Flash and we're off.
And the sun's out. Yeah. I've even got my shorts on.
T-shirt, don't even need my spring jacket. See you soon.
See you soon.
We were so lucky that the weather had changed and it really was a nice day to be cruising, especially as it was Anthony's birthday. We also had to make a forward plan on our journey because you are only allowed 7 days on the Bridgewater Canal, otherwise you have to pay £40 a week. We were absolutely amazed to see these ducklings so early in the season. We'd been out on the canal for a few days now and it was time to fill up with fuel and also get some coal and other supplies, and another boater had told us just after Leigh that this fuel boat is moored up on the left hand side.
What? 3 bags of coal and will fill up as well. I don't know how much we need.
Fuel as well?
Please.
Yeah.
Three bags of coal, 3 bags of logs.
Oh, with England if he's got any.
Oh, do you have 3 coal? Have you got 3 bags of logs as well?
Yeah.
And a bag of kindling?
Yeah, no worries.
Cheers. Can I just point out that Liam had pulled the boat towards a fuel boat, but the wind had caught the front end of our boat, and I'm trying to film and hold the boat with one hand. Several of these cotton mills in Leigh were built in the mid-1830s, and in 1911 over 6,000 people were employed in the cotton industry. Well, we've just filled up with fuel just past Leigh town centre, and that was Liam who we got some bags of coal, some logs, some kindling, and filled the boat with fuel. Was it 45 or 54 litres?
54.
54 litres. We're quite surprised how much we've used in the week to 10 days we've been out. But yeah, brilliant service, so thanks Liam.
Thank you.
First time we've filled up properly, isn't it?
Yeah.
The side of the canal.
Yeah.
Loads of room outside.
Yeah, over on this side.
Alright. Alright. Hello. What's she saying?
You're right, mate.
Oh, right, mate. Well, the sun continued to shine and we were soon heading into Boothstown.
Right, lovely colour that, man.
Cheers, thank you.
It actually turned out that this boater was a viewer of our channel and he stopped for about 10-15 minutes and we had a really nice chat. It was such a lovely morning, the next day that I was up early and a nice walk with Dexter. Well, it was our final day in Boothstown. It was a gorgeous day and we decided to go out for a walk with Dexter and pop for a coffee.
Alright. Yeah. I follow you.
We're nearly ready to go off to Manchester, which is your hometown, isn't it, Anthony?
It is.
And you've just made some sausage, onion, and you're doing some flatbread, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. We've met some really nice people along this stretch of canal, and a couple of more boats have moored up next to us, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're chatting to them. Even a gang of about 4 or 5 lads who are drinking. Oh, you wouldn't think. You'd think they're a bit rowdy, but they were lovely, weren't they? Asking all about the boat.
Yeah, interested in the boat.
And if anybody doesn't know, what's that t-shirt about?
Star Labs.
was a brilliant series, wasn't it? Can I just say, while Anthony's busy in the kitchen, I've been cleaning out the toilet, I've took the pram cover down, I've also cleaned down the outside of the boat, and I've cleaned the roof and the solar panels. What else? Something else. Oh yeah, have I said chimney?
Nope.
Yeah, took the chimney down, ready for off. Well, what did we think of Boothstown? Well, it was very quiet, especially in the night time. It was very busy in the daytime. It was nice to see so many people taking advantage of the canal towpath. There was even a little coffee shop, a pop-up coffee shop that was there at the weekend. Unfortunately, it was spoiled by a couple of things. One of them was a lot of dog waste, and we know and we saw a lot of responsible dog owners in that area, but obviously someone doesn't think it's okay, doesn't think it's necessary to pick up their dog waste. As soon as we stepped off the boat, we were just dodging it, and it's just a real shame because it's such a lovely location. And the final thing were there were a lot of cyclists, which is fine, but there were a lot of e-cycles and e-scooters, and the e-scooters apparently aren't allowed on the towpath, and Dexter actually got hit by a young lad on one of these e-scooters. He was very apologetic, but he was going far too fast when there's so many people about with dogs and people about with children. Dexter wasn't too badly hurt. He was limping for a while. He didn't half let out a big yelp when he got hit by this e-scooter. But it was nice that a couple of cyclists stopped to ask if Dexter was okay. So he was limping for a while, but he was fine after that. But the people of Boothstown made up for it because they were very friendly, a lot of people admiring and asking questions about the boat. And then Boothstown Marina. When we headed out to Boothstown Marina, we just met some of the loveliest, friendliest people that we've met for a long time. Anthony even had a beer before we set off towards Worsley. After completing all the jobs on the boat and taking down the covers, having some lunch and chatting to other boaters, it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a bit late to be starting really, but we needed to move on.
Right, we're going to the water point.
We called into the services at Boothstown to get fuel and water. We also got to meet some of our lovely viewers. You can just about make out through the hedge this is the building of the new RHS Gardens at Worsley. It's due to be completed at the end of May, and there is a rumour that they're making moorings here so you can step right off your boat and walk up to the gardens. It was really nice to cruise into Worsley. The weather couldn't have been better and there was a real good vibe about the place.
Right.
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 Right. That's the tail, look.
As we headed to the Barton Aqueduct, it felt really odd cruising so close to the main road. We were up nice and early today, but we were very late setting off, weren't we, Anthony?
Yeah.
You
Excuse
tired?
me?
We're
Yeah.
keeping you up.
Very tired.
It's supposed to look like you're enjoying the vlog. Stop falling asleep.
We didn't go to bed till 1:30.
I'm looking out for the Barton Aqueduct. We're about to go over it, we think, don't we?
Possibly.
Oh yeah? It's coming up now.
Oh, yeah, it is.
How was it going over the Barton Aqueduct?
Yeah, alright.
We've seen it on a couple of channels, haven't we?
Well, I grew up round here, so I know that like stretch really well. Obviously not from the canal, but I used to see Barton Aqueduct.
They seen it from there though, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it wasn't as high as I thought.
I thought it'd be longer as well.
But it crosses over the Manchester Ship Canal, and that obviously passes through Earlham and Cadishead, which is where I grew up.
So yeah, we were saying earlier that we'd set off from our mooring at Boothstown quite late. We got chatting to people, lots of people asking about the boat, and then we pulled up into Boothstown Marina.
Yeah, really nice guys.
Absolutely lovely, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it turned out the site manager went to the same army camp and in the same regiment as my brother about a year after, which is really mad.
And one of the people on there grew up in the town next to where I grew up.
Small world, isn't it?
It is a small world.
Oh yeah. And the same site manager knew one of our friends, a magician.
Oh yeah.
Carl. Small world. They were absolutely lovely, weren't they?
Yeah, really
We filled up
nice.
with fuel. How many litres?
8. To be fair though, we filled up before we moored, and we've been moored for a few days now.
We did think we'd use a lot more than that though, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely lovely. Highly recommend that marina. We've just passed the Trafford Centre and it's gone really cold, and the smell is amazing. If only we had smelly vision.
I'm not sure if it's Krispy Kreme or not.
Yeah, loads of food factories.
There's Kellogg's around here as well, so it could be that.
Yeah, Kellogg's is coming up, I think. And in a short while, I think it's after Bridge 42, we veer off to the left towards Manchester city centre. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to tune in next week where we head towards Castlefield looking for a mooring and into Manchester city centre. Have a great week.